Susana. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Okay, that's good to hear. Before we get started, I just want to go ahead and let you know that everything we talk about today will be confidential, meaning that I will not discuss anything that you disclose to me during this session. The only way I will breach our confidentiality is if you lead me to believe that you'll do harm to yourself or to others. Okay.
Okay.
I know the last time in the session we talked about the unplanned pregnancy, and you were a little worried because you're a student. You didn't know how you'd be able to maintain being a college student and also being an expecting mother. You had a few people that you had to talk to and basically, get your stress down a little. So I just wanted to see how did that work out for you?
Um. Well, I don't think the stress really ever went anywhere.
Okay.
But I did talk to my boyfriend, and he was actually pretty excited about it. He was more excited than I was actually, which made me feel pretty bad. Um. So we decided to talk to our families, but we just haven't it hasn't gone well.
Okay. So it has not gone well. Did it not go well because his family wasn't on board, or was your family not on board? How did that play out?
His family was all on board. They loved it. They were celebrating. Um, and then, of course, my family was completely against it.
Against it. Were you expecting it to be the opposite? Your family be on board and maybe his family not be so?
Um, I wasn't sure what to expect from him. I wasn't really sure about his family. Honestly, I don't even think I gave it that much thought.
Okay.
Um, but it felt good to know that they were going to be supportive and that they were excited. It was my family that wasn't really supportive or excited because of traditional roles and all that good stuff. They just felt like I should have gotten married first and I should have, got my stuff together and then we should have built a family and not the other way around.
Okay.
They're telling us, you're still in school, you're not married, you're not even planning on getting married, which is all overwhelming.
Okay. So overwhelming. Um, when I hear you speak of tradition, your family's tradition, do you also are those your traditions, or was that just how you were brought up?
It's kind of how we grew up.
Okay.
It was something that was kind of instilled in us. If you don't do it this way, you're shaming the family.
Okay.
So it's kind of something that we just, I don't know if it's something I believe in.
Okay.
It's more of something you do
Okay.
to appease family.
So right now, how are you feeling about not being traditional?
Um, it kind of feels bad when I'm around my family. I don't really like it. Um, but then there's that little thing inside of me that's kind of like, so what?
Right. Right.
Nobody's getting harmed in the process. And I just don't know if that's just my emotions going all over the place, thinking I don't care, because I really do care.
Okay.
But seeing his family be so excited and celebrating and wanting to know how I'm doing, wanting me to come around, kind of makes me upset at my parents.
Okay.
I'm kind of mad with them.
Okay.
So I don't know. At first, I felt like I needed to mend that relationship with my parents. But now I'm kind of like, they should apologize to me.
Right.
This is my life, not theirs.
Right. Right. So, now that your boyfriend and his family is on board and basically supporting you, they're a part of your support system. Are there anything? Is there anything that you think that you all could do maybe to see if your parents would be more welcoming or open to you guys?
Yeah, his mom has offered to talk to mine.
Okay.
Um, I'm not sure I want that. I've asked them to just kind of give them some time.
Okay.
But it's been several weeks since we met last time, and
Mm.
um, they're already buying stuff for the baby, and um, it's kind of odd because I hadn't even thought of buying anything yet, and they're already piling all this stuff, making all these plans, and I always thought that when I got pregnant, it would be my mom
Right.
and myself that would go buying and shopping and
Uh-huh.
doing the baby shower, and it's not, so that's very hurtful.
Okay. So hurtful. When you say hurtful, I can tell that there's a little more.
Yeah, it's hurtful and resentment, I guess, just because I feel like she's robbing that from me. They can choose to overlook it. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
They didn't, do everything according to their parents' traditions,
Right.
and they were fine. So why can't they be fine with me? Why can't they accept that like his family does?
Okay.
It's always them um, putting all these standards that we need to live up to, and who's really living up to them? Them? No,
Right.
they're not perfect either. So.
So, what I take from that is that basically you're okay at this point if your parents are not, if they're not willing to compromise with their traditions. Is that correct?
Yeah, um, I feel like I'm getting there.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting there, and I'm not sure if it's my emotions just all over the place because I really never thought that I would be the one that rebelled against my parents or that
Right.
would do something like this. But again, like I told you last time, it's not something I planned.
Right.
So I just feel like they have to come around, and if they don't, then they're gonna miss out,
Right.
and it's gonna be their fault, not mine.
Right. So, I can see that you are putting forth an effort just to make sure that the people that you love and that are supposed to be supporting you, you did give effort to try to let everyone know what was going on, and just to let them know that this is what I'm doing and this is my life. After just taking those steps to pretty much relieve some stress and kind of get some things in order, do you feel like there's anything else that you need to work on, or is there something that you're concerned about maybe?
Um, Probably just mending that relationship because I know that I said that I really don't care, but I kind of still do.
Right.
So probably just mending that relationship and maybe making sure that I stay focused on school right now.
Right.
Even though there's a lot of distractions with
Right.
the baby coming and his family wanting to know what I'm doing, if I'm okay, what I'm eating.
Right.
So it's kind of like I'm okay.
Right. So how are you doing in school?
I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. I know last time that we talked, I was telling you about resources on campus that would be able to provide some services for you and the baby once the baby arrives.
Yes.
Were you able to look into some of those resources?
I haven't yet, just because I still have a long ways to go.
Okay.
But I have a feeling that I'll be looking into them
Okay.
way before it gets there.
Okay. Well, that'll give you some time. You'll have time to make a plan, and that way you won't feel so rushed, and it'll help you a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to process everything.
Okay. Okay. That's understandable considering the pregnancy was unexpected, and you did have a lot on your plate, being a full-time college student, and just trying to pursue your goals and dreams and things of that nature. Um, I'm really happy. Like, I'm excited that your boyfriend's on board and his family's on board. I do understand how you feel about your parents not really being behind you. I'll just say stay adamant. If it's not hurting you to the point that it brings stress upon the baby, go for it. If you get to a point where you're done trying, that's fine too. It's your decision. Um,
Yeah, I think that when the baby comes, when it gets closer, I think that they'll see what they're missing out on.
okay.
I think my dad's secretly happy,
Right.
but you know,
And a lot of times we do see that
Mhm.
with parents and support systems when their babies get ready to have kids, they have a lot of raw emotions, you know.
Yes.
So I think as time does go on and they know that they're going to be grandparents, that they won't, you know, they won't be able to be as well. We need to stick to our traditions. They'll be more thinking about you and the baby. How's my daughter doing? How's my grandchild doing? So
I hope so.
I hope so too. I think that will definitely work out for you. Overall today, I think the session went very well. I'm proud of you. Like I said, that you were able to talk to everyone. You look better. You're smiling. You're happy. You're
Yeah.
not as, you don't seem as stressed out about it. What's going on and things like that. So I just want to come up with an action plan for the next time we meet, maybe in the next 3 weeks. Um, Make sure that you continue to take care of yourself. That's your number one priority.
Okay.
Um, with your parents, like I said, you can continue to try to go ahead and mend the relationship, but if you get to the point where it's becoming stressful, discontinue it. Whatever's going to happen will happen. I pulled some more resources for you.
Okay.
Just for right now, there is a 1-800 number where you can call and talk to counselors. Just, you know, if you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or unsure, things like that, because that happens when you're pregnant and you have all these emotions. So you'll have someone to talk to 24 hours a day. You know that I'm always available to help you. So just give me a call anytime you like, and I'll be glad to help you in any way that I can.
Okay.
Does that sound like a plan to you?
That sounds good.
Okay, so I look forward to seeing you next time
Okay.
and continue to take care.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.